Hi everyone, my name is Sandy and I would like to present to you today a rags to riches story about an orange tabby cat named Morris. Here he is. This is Morris. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Morris the cat. However, you may not be so familiar with his story, where he came from, his background, and how he became so famous. Morris the cat was one of the most successful TV icons of the 70s and 80s. He was known all over the world as being one of the most finickiest cats. In fact, Morris's philosophy was, if a cat doesn't act finicky, he loses control of his owner. Smart cat. Morris the cat was the epitome of the spoiled, pampered pet. He was driven around in limos and hung out with Hollywood stars. He became so famous that he needed round-the-clock bodyguards to protect him from potential kidnappers. Morris, however, didn't always live this life of luxury with all the glitz and the glam and the fame and the fortune. In fact, it was quite the opposite. The original Morris the cat's real name was Lucky. Lucky was a 9-year-old, 15-pound shelter cat that had been into a few back alley scrapes, as evidenced by his torn eyelid. He was down on his luck and his future seemed bleak. He was literally minutes away from being euthanized when in 1969 an animal lover and trainer by the name of Bob Martwick walked into the Hinsdale Humane Society Animal Shelter in Lombard, Illinois. Bob was there that day looking for a cat to star in a major cat food ad campaign. Bob immediately fell in love with the giant green-eyed orange tabby. Bob paid the $5 adoption fee, a bond was forged, and a superstar was about to be in the making. When Bob introduced Lucky to the executive at StarKist, the parent company of 9 Lives Cat Food, Lucky leaped on the boardroom table with his feline bravado and immediately introduced himself by rubbing his head on each of the executives. His behavior prompted the art director to christen him the Clark Gable of cats. Lucky was hired immediately that day for the ad campaign. His name was changed to Morris the Cat, and the rest is history. He made 58 commercials from 1969 to 1978. By 1974, the sales of 9 Lives had tripled with the help from Morris. Morris also had appeared on many talk shows such as The Today Show, Good Morning America, and Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Morris didn't want to seem as just a one-dimensional cat, so he also branched out into different forms of media, such as movies. In 1973, he co-starred with Burt Reynolds in a movie called Seamus. For his performance, Morris won the Performing Animal Star of the Year award, better known as the Patsy. He has also authored 3 books, The Morris Approach, The Morris Method, and The Morris Prescription. Here's The Morris Approach. I think, unfortunately, most of the books are out of print. In 1975, he was named the official spokescat of the Humane Society, promoting responsible pet ownership, pet health, and pet adoptions through animal shelters. He was also an honorary director at StarKist Foods, with the veto power over any cat food he did not like. President Nixon invited Morris to the White House to co-sign, with the paw print of course, the National Animal Protection Bill. He was also named Animal of the Year 3 times in a row by Us magazine. Morris, with all of his status as a superstar, always remained humble, never forgetting where he came from and how one day a caring man rescued him from death and changed his life forever. Upon hearing the news of his death in July of 1978 at the age of 19 from a heart attack, people around the world mourned his loss, and his obituary was printed in newspapers all over the globe. Morris was an inspiration to many. In fact, Jim Davis was so inspired by him that he created another well-known orange tabby cat, Garfield, in 1978. Morris's legacy lives on today through his successors. In 2006, the Morris Million Cat Rescue Campaign helped rescue over 1 million cats. The current Morris lives in Los Angeles and continues to spread the word of sheltered cat adoptions and responsible pet ownership. I grew up in the 70s and I enjoyed watching Morris's TV commercials. Morris is pretty much responsible for my love affair with cats. I remember being so excited when my mom sent away for my Morris the Cat t-shirt, which is right here. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Wow, what a cool kid. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this mini biography about the world's most recognizable orange tabby cat. And remember, if you are looking for a cat to adopt, or even any pet for that matter, check out your local animal shelter. You never know. You may just find a superstar. Thank you.